everybody, welcome back to Sticky Floor Friday, the internet movie show that's covering a movie so big this week, I've enlisted some help to tackle the assignment. A squad, if you will. If you can consider two people a squad, which we're going to. With me today is my friend who I've known since our college days, working on a sketch comedy show. He's a writer, comedian, actor, play-by-play commentator for Wrestling Pro Wrestling, movie trivia schmodown competitor, and aspiring riverboat gambler. He's Erik Barnes. Hey, Erik.
Hey, Steve.
Great to see you. And Erik is here because today we're going to talk about The Suicide Squad.
Oh, so we're going to go back and talk about the movies you missed while you were on hiatus the last 9 years?
Why do you have to put it in quotes like that, as if I've been gone for some nefarious reason?
I hear you were the last writer at WWE to work with CM Punk before he quit.
Yeah?
And the last writer to work with The Undertaker before his WrestleMania streak was broken.
It's purely coincidence.
You know what you did!
Anyway, you're confusing Suicide Squad with The Suicide Squad.
It's a sequel?
Yes and no.
So it's a reboot.
Yes and no.
Why alter the original? I mean, the first one wasn't good, but it at least won an Oscar.
For makeup and hairstyling.
Do you think it was easy to get a deranged tattoo on Jared Leto's forehead while he was packing a live rat to send to Margot Robbie?
Good point. Can't argue with you there. Well-deserved Oscar.
What I don't understand is, if this is a sort of sequel, and a really not really reboot, why not just call it Suicide Squad 2?
Oh, because DC got James Gunn to direct.
Oh, right. So why not call it Suicide Squad Volume 2?
Because they're trying to do something different here. They want to change up the franchise with a brighter color scheme, throwback rock soundtrack, a sports entertainer.
Pro wrestler.
Sorry old habit, a pro wrestler, James Gunn's brother mocapping a CGI rodent, and Michael Rooker.
So they want Guardians of the Galaxy. Got it.
And so far, it seems like they're getting what they want. Reviews are slightly better than 2016. And even though David Ayer is out there telling everyone his cut of Suicide Squad was superior to the theatrical, the damage is done.
People only know what was released, and they want to get as far away from that version as possible.
Well, not too far. You can't get rid of Jai Courtney.
They've tried. He just keeps coming back.
Oh, right. Like his character's name, Captain Boomerang.
No, I mean he's in some of the worst movies in some of the biggest franchises ever, and keeps getting roles, and we don't know why.
Yeah, yet he's one of the few cast members from Suicide Squad to make it to The Suicide Squad. Boomerang. So, how should we cover this movie?
Well, The Suicide Squad is built upon the prospect that everyone has a chance to die. So why don't we just run down character by character who lives and who gets suicided?
I love it. Who should we start with?
Another returning squad member, Harley Quinn.
Okay. Harley is DC's strongest female film protagonist, not named Wonder Woman.
Birds of Prey was highly underrated and will only grow in appreciation as time goes on.
That means the chance for a sequel could increase.
And they have to keep her alive for the inevitable Wonder Woman team-up film.
Plus, they need to keep selling Halloween costumes, and Captain Boomerang isn't exactly flying off the shelves.
And you just really have it for Jai Courtney.
The man was in both Terminator Genesis and A Good Day to Die Hard. That is not coincidence. Things go awry with Jai. Please, proceed.
Harley Quinn is played by Margot Robbie, so that puts her chances of getting suicided to 1 million egg sandwiches to 1.
Next is Bloodsport, played by Idris Elba.
He's an enhanced soldier.
Oh, like Deadshot.
A master sharpshooter.
Like Deadshot.
And he wants to get reunited with his daughter.
Like Deadshot.
Basically, he's a placeholder in case Will Smith wants to come back.
He won't.
But he might.
Not gonna.
Unless money.
Or this is a hit and he's all bad boyed out.
Chances of getting suicided, 100 bullets.
Ooh, make that movie and put Idris Elba in it.
To 1. Next up, we have Peacemaker, portrayed by John Cena.
He became an immediate favorite of James Gunn, so much so that they've already shot his own TV series for HBO Max.
I've heard that the TV show could be a prequel, so...
But if both the movie and TV show are hits, they painted themselves into a corner.
But maybe that's the point. Maybe there is no show, and this is just a big ploy to convince us that Cena's not dying in the movie.
Conspiracy theory, eh? I don't know. That seems like overkill for one kill.
I'm just saying, Cena seems like a lock to survive, so maybe they just go the opposite direction to surprise the audience and make us look like dicks.
Alright, like all conspiracy theories, it sounded crazy at first, but when you put it that way...
When it comes to the next Suicide Squad film, we can't see you.
Chances of getting suicided, 25 you can't see me towels to 1.
Next we have Rick Flagg. Joel Kinnaman is back, and he's reportedly sillier than in the 2016 version.
He's the Suicide Squad field leader and goodest boy.
The character is one of the few constants in the Suicide Squad comic books, and it's not likely that Joel Kinnaman will turn down a return request if asked.
Chances of getting suicided, 750,000. No, I am not Josh Duhamel. That was Transformers to 1. Next up is already a fan favorite just based off the trailers. It's King Shark. What do we know about King Shark?
He's a king, he's a shark, and based on the trailers, he has a hand.
And he's CGI, making his character immortal.
He's voiced by Sly Stallone.
Also immortal.
He lives infinity to 1.
Next is Savant, played by Michael Rooker.
Not a lot of comics info on this guy.
Not that it matters. Gunn loves Rooker and will always find a job for him.
But Gunn also likes to murder him on screen.
Oh yeah, he's for sure dead. 5 bad long-haired wigs to 1.
Okay, the Detachable Kid is played by Nathan Fillion, so this is a classic suave-turned-goof misdirect that, let's face it, he's made a career out of.
Do we have any idea how his powers work? He can detach his own limbs, but for how long? Can he survive just as a head?
If that's a possibility, that's what I want to see. I can just imagine King Shark carrying his detached head around, kind of like how C-3PO was carried around Chewbacca's back in Empire.
Chances of getting suicided, 10 full bodies to 1.
Chances of getting a talking head, 1 to 1. Okay, next up is Captain Boomerang, portrayed by Jai Courtney.
Oh, this motherfucker better die.
Now, come on, we have to at least talk this out.
Okay.
Well, he's back from the first film.
Throws a boomerang.
And...
yeah, that's it. Listen, someone from the OG movie has to go. Bye-bye, Jai. 20 pink unicorns to 1. How about Polkadot Man?
He's heavily promoted in the trailers, and according to reports, his character has a death wish, which means, in movie speak, he's probably going to survive.
The absolute ridiculousness of this character has the potential to become a dark horse breakout in the movie.
Plus, he's bringing polka dots back into fashion.
Chances of getting suicided, 400 polka dots to 1.
Next, we have Blackguard, played by the King of Staten Island, Pete Davidson.
He has an enhanced suit and uses firearms like Bloodsport.
Yeah, we only need one of those.
Sorry, Pete.
Are we?
5 regrettable tattoos to 1. Amanda Waller returns from the original. She's played by Viola Davis, and
It's Viola fucking Davis!
Great point. 850,000 aggravated stares to 1. Oh look! Another CGI character played by James Gunn's brother. It's Weasel. And what's Weasel best known for?
Killing 27 kids.
Cool, yeah, great. Sorry, but we already have a CGI character.
And King Shark? He didn't kill 27 kids.
That we know of. Plus, King Shark is voiced by Stallone, the immortal, so...
This Weasel's getting strapped to the rocket.
2 potentially dodged lawsuits from Disney to 1. They don't need any more lawsuits right now anyway.
Alright, next up
Holy shit! How many characters are in this movie?
I know, we're almost done. Home stretch, bud.
To be honest, this bodes well for the body count. Unless this is a Snyder-style 4-hour movie, they'll have to start killing people off within minutes of the opening credits.
Okay, Vigilante. Sadly, he's not a cowboy in this one, but he will be featured in the Peacemaker series.
That might give him an edge in living, because otherwise, he's just a gun guy with a combat suit like Bloodsport and Blackguard.
He still has a high chance of dying considering the Peacemaker TV show is considered a prequel series.
8 episodes of Peacemaker to 1. Next up is Amelia Harcourt.
Works for the NSA to monitor Amanda Waller and the squad.
Yep. 1 nondescript character to 1. Next is Mongul. In the comics, she's the daughter of the alien tyrant Mongul.
DC needs more female protagonists, particularly ones that can fulfill the powerhouse role that Drax or Gamora can provide.
I am a little freaked out by her very long head, though. Chances of getting suicided, 1,000 potential DC She-Hulks to 1.
Next is the Thinker, played by Peter Capaldi.
God, he's good.
So good. So good. His character is very vocal about not wanting to die, though.
Which means he's gonna die.
The Thinker is super intelligent.
Which means he's gonna die while thinking way too long about how to solve a problem. 2 brains to 1.
Next is Javelin, who's portrayed by the delightful Flula Borg, so he does have a chance of surviving.
However, he uses javelins as his gimmick, so he has a chance of dying and dying early.
I want him to live!
So do I, buddy. So do I.
But he isn't going to, is he?
I mean, I'd say it's a coin toss.
No, it's a javelin toss.
A javelin toss, which will most likely result in his death. 3 javelins, and only javelins, to 1. And finally, we have Ratcatcher II.
Again, DC needs more female characters. And she kind of has a father-daughter thing going on with Bloodsport in the trailers.
But Bloodsport has a real daughter he's fighting for.
And this...
I'm gonna get you out of here alive.
I'm going to get you out of here alive.
tells me that she's probably going to sacrifice her life to save Bloodsport's.
Also, her name is Ratcatcher II, which heavily implies there will be a Ratcatcher 3. Sorry. 5 tear-jerking, I have to call my dad moments to 1. Wow, that was a lot. But we got through it, and I'm actually very excited to see it now. Like, when you look at all the characters Gunn decided to use, it's clear he's having fun with it and not taking it too seriously. And I think that's what DC desperately needs, a la Shazam.
The cast is just so big. I want to know who is going to get murdered. I'm really a big fan of James Gunn's vision. I know that this is essentially DC trying to do Guardians of the Galaxy, but I love Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and this has a chance to be it, but with a more like R-rated edge, with more murder and killings, essentially kind of being both DC's version of Deadpool plus DC's version of Guardians, kind of just mixing together into one. And I can't wait to see what happens, because it looks like good, dumb fun, and we could use some of that this summer season.
Well said. I think it's only appropriate that we come back after watching it and see how we did, and also maybe review the movie a little.
Oh, there's a 1-to-1 chance of that happening.
Eric, tell the people where they can find you.
Steve, thanks for having me. You can follow me on Twitter at Erik W. Barnes. Please watch Wrestling Pro Wrestling on YouTube, and watch the movie Trivia Schmodown. I portray a character called the Warfather, and that's fun. But mostly follow me on Twitter at Erik W. Barnes, just to see what other random nonsense I get up to.
Thanks, Eric. See you, buddy. Suicide Squad is in theaters, but also on HBO Max if you don't want to share popcorn with the Delta variant. See you next week with the review.